Step one, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step two, get some good, some food in you. Step three, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step four, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day.
I don't know what that was. I think my PC was struggling on that secondary intro video. So, good morning to everyone. I hope you're having a great day so far. And thank you for tuning in to Good Morning Crypto. I am here with CryptoBilly. Good morning, Billy. How are you doing today?
Good morning. I was just saying hi to chat.
Yeah, I see you in there. Yeah, it is, another great morning. We're gonna talk with Billy about building on Cardano here in just a second. But, we've got quite a bit going on with the markets. This week, we hit very, very close to that all-time high on Bitcoin all over again, which I know a lot of people have been happy with. How are you feeling about that price action this week, Billy?
I was amazed. I was happy. I actually did just swing trading that, and for my spot bags payment, we always love it when Bitcoin goes up.
Oh yeah, because that's when normally everything else kind of gets that nice solid move towards the upside as well. You know, I was hoping for a little more pumpage on some of those alts. Make some of those people money. Me, you know me. I'm just in Bitcoin right now, and I'm okay with it. And my portfolio's quite happy with it. But I know a lot of people were praying for some bigger rips towards the upside there. So we'll kind of have to see. Oh, they said no sound on Billy. Try that again.
Test, test, test.
Oh, it's reading on my side that you are showing up. Can y'all not hear Billy? I'll wait a second and see if that they can actually hear you. I don't know why you wouldn't if it's reading on my side that you're speaking loud and clear. So, nothing but problems. Billy is quiet. See, and I can hear him nice and loud. So, I don't know what's been going on.
And I can hear myself in my headphones.
Uh,
I can adjust my volume. I can turn my volume up, right?
yeah,
But
let's see. I will unmute it. Oh. I think it's a whole issue on my side. I don't know what's going on. Let's see there. Uh, yeah, no, and it looks like the stream's messing up. Is the stream messing up for anyone else? Because my rewatch just messed up. So Oh, they say they can hear you now, so I don't know.
Test.
Oh, well, yeah, it must just have been extra quiet there. So hopefully that works. Sorry for all the technical difficulties at the start of everything. I don't know what's been going on, but hopefully that works for everyone else, and we can get this show on the road. I'm gonna hop into that Bitcoin chart, dive into some of that economic data we're looking at for today, and then we will get over to talking about some of that building on Cardano. So let me get that dual cam news pulled up, got you on the screen, and then we can dive into some of what we're looking at for today. Because we did have some price movements to the upside yesterday on both the stocks and some of that crypto side of things. We did see a little bit of cool off towards the end of the day, like Apple closed down 1.21%. Looking towards that neutral range this morning, up 0.03%. Got Nvidia closed up 0.64, looking up 0.15. We've got Berkshire Hathaway closing quite neutral, down 0.04 and down 0.04 this morning. Amazon up 1.6 and looking like no change on the board this morning. Got Eli Lilly up 0.5 and up 0.04 this morning. We've got ExxonMobil up 0.62 and up 0.52 this morning. Tesla making some recoveries after some of that sell-off we saw on it, up 4.55 off of its close and up 2.6 this morning. Got PNG down 0.89 and up 0.27 this morning. We got Microsoft up 0.5 and to the downside in the pre-market 0.27. Got Google up 1.55 and in the pre-market sitting up 0.18. Got Meta down 0.52 and in the pre-market a little bit towards the upside 0.24. For the crypto side of things, look at these nice big green bubbles here. Got things like Hype up almost 15% on that daily. Ethereum up 6.8% right now. And kind of just a sea of green. You do have Leo token being that one little outlier, which is, not too unexpected, especially when that is an exchange token. You get those nice moves out of exchange tokens and into projects when you see a nice pumpage. So Bitcoin up 2.5%, Ethereum up 6.9, XRP up 1.6, BNB up 1.2. We got Solana up 3.3. We got Doge up 3.7. We've got Tron sitting up 2%. We've got Cardano up 3.6%. Hyperliquid still getting those moves towards the upside, up 14.8%. We got Sui up 3.3. Chainlink up 5.5. We've got Avalanche up 4.3. We got Stellar Lumens taking 2 spots on that market cap, up 2.4%. We got Bitcoin Cash up 0.9%. We got Leo sitting down 3.1. Ton sitting up 3.3. Shiba Inu up 3.2. And HBAR, to wrap out that top 20, sitting up 3.9. The Fear and Greeds looking like no change on the stock side, still sitting at that 62. And for the crypto side of things, sitting at 71, up 9 points. Not too unexpected when you came very close to those all-time highs all over again. You are seeing some liquidity starting to pile up to the bottom side of us as you go through all of these charts. One day, sitting about that $105,000 point. 3-day right around that $105,000 point. So 2-week sitting quite similar with that liquidity that has been swept towards the upside, and you do have a light hotspot sitting down there at 105,000. So most of that liquidity stacking back up towards the bottom side. That is kind of a key level I was looking at. Let's hop into the economic calendar real quick. blast through that and then get to that Bitcoin chart. Say good morning to all the people in the chats. Let's see. We do have Jolt's jobs openings here. Let me get to the right one. There we go. There we go. We don't have any super heavy data this morning. We will be looking at that crude oil stock information coming out this afternoon. We do have some heavy data coming a little bit later this week, though. That mortgage rate applications tomorrow, that's going to be that big market mover for the midweek. A little bit later in that day, we do get core inflation rate month over month, year over year, CPI, and inflation rate month over month and year over year. So a lot of these moves today are going to be in preparation for tomorrow's data drops. All right, let's say good morning to the chat right now and see what we got going on. We've got Curtis Hill in here first. Good morning to you. We got Dylan VA in the chats. We've got K Diggity in here. Jay Violet as well. Good morning, and good evening. We've got Donato Cabrera in here. Good morning. We've got Los on Cryptos. Good morning. We've got CryptoBilly in here and there we go, on the screen as well. Good morning to you, Billy. We've got, let's scrolling on down, all set in here as well. Good morning. Oh, and I almost missed Kyle Fields. Good morning. Hope everyone's having a great morning so far. Sorry for all the technical difficulties that we started this stream off with. Hopefully we get that all, hopefully it's all fixed now, and we can kind of dive into this Bitcoin chart and then talk about building on some ADA. Because as you can see here, I was looking back at this golden pocket. This is on the hourly. We're just going to go from the hourly, kind of hit that 15-minute, and then dive into some ADA talk. You can see this nice clear rejection off of that golden pocket fib extension. That's an area where we did do some battle with before we saw all of that downside movements. We do have that liquidity that is residing below us at that $105,000 point, all the way back at the bottom of the range. But this 108,200 would be that first area I would kind of look for here. You do have the 1 hour getting some sideways momentum here on your MACD and both your prime oscillator as well. Money flow still solidly in the green, but your volume has started to slow up here, as you can kind of see a little bit of a slowdown on volume. With that slowdown on buying pressure might indicate a little more sideways momentum. We did have this big fair value gap here on the hourly, looking like we're at least going to try and close that bottom side, being that 108,800 point. So a little area to kind of watch for some bouncing on in the morning would be this area from 108,800 to about 108,200 there. Nice little area to retest and then see if we can get that continuation back up towards the upside there. 15-minute looking quite nice for some continued cool down here. You do have your MACD getting that curvature all over again as we're remaining below that zero line. Your prime oscillator also getting that nice move back up, but not seeing that equate to any price movements towards the upside here. We are bumping up against our VWAP quite heavily here on the 15-minute, looking for a little more cool off on those oscillators to kind of get that stronger push back up towards the upside there. You do have all of that liquidity that is sitting down here as well on that shorter term time frame, and that's right around that 108,200 that we had just talked about. All right. Any other things you got on Bitcoin that you might have been looking at for today, Billy?
No,
No.
I'm just excited that we had that nice move, man. I haven't I got in that trade, did the T8 for the trade, and yesterday it was crazy. I was actually off 2 weeks, right? Well, part of it was a show, part of it was moving my son back from San Fran, and so yesterday was my first day back fiat, which you know after 2 weeks coming back to fiat, kind of crazy yesterday. So I didn't have a chance to really dig into anything, and no, so here we are, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know how it is. That's kind of how I felt my first week back from Vegas. I was like, "Oh my God, what is this?" So yeah, I wish I had a little more time in between that Vegas and coming back to work, which you probably felt quite similar. Where you're like, "Okay, can I just get a little bit of time for me before I really dive back into work?"
Yeah, it was one problem after another yesterday. So, but hey, that's what we're here for.
Oh yeah.
Recovery and keep on moving, right?
Let's see. Kyle Field saying volume almost mute on my end. Uh, let's see. It's reading all clear for everyone else. Maybe Billy can put his
I
mic
mean,
closer.
this is
Yeah,
max volume on my end for me.
yeah, and it has you like peeking out just a bit. But let's see what the people say on that one. Uh, how was that one for
Test.
everyone? Yeah,
Everybody good? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
hopefully.
Hello, hello, hello. Man, that's really loud.
Yeah. Well, see, and it was just fine a second ago, and it's sounding fine on my end.
Test, 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 test.
Billy has something going on for sure. He's quiet and muffled. And let's see if it's anything on my end.
For our Sunday streams, and I don't really mess with it. So, yeah, I'm definitely not the IT guy.
Yeah, and it's reading all clear on my end. When every time you talk, you're like right at that sweet spot on the red for the readings. So, I don't know what's been going on with this. Hopefully, the next time we have you on, this is all sorted out. Uh, hopefully, everyone can kind of hear you as well, because I did want to ask you a few questions about Ada and building on Ada as well. I know you're a big fan of Ada, and do you want to kind of go into why you chose to build on Ada and kind of what that process has been like with your NFT book with the Billy Goat Tales?
Sure. Well, like most people, you get in just so much simpler, easier, faster, cheaper, and from there,
They're
you wanna
they are saying you're totally muted. So I don't know what is going on. Because it's reading completely on my end, but it's not doing it towards the, like, it's not displaying any audio through that reading lips and charts today.
Reading lips and charts. Didn't Trade used to have some audio problems with it, like I seemed like when I was watching him tonight, there was some audio stuff going on.
That's we. So basically, what they said is when I mute my mic, they can't hear you. So I don't know. That's weird. I can turn up my stuff, and then you can hopefully it sounds a little bit better when you can just speak through it. Let's see if that helps anything. Try it again.
Okay, can you guys hear me now? Give us a thumbs up if you can hear us. Just before I start going down a path and you can't hear me. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? As Bombnex would like to say.
Yeah, it's just weird because it was working fine before, and I've never ever had this problem before. So, uh,
Test, test, test. Can you guys hear us? Thumbs up.
they say they can hear you, but they say it sounds like it's coming through my microphone, which is very strange. Can't hear guest. We're gonna have to get you back on here, Billy,
Yeah,
with
man.
all of this actually working, cause I'm like, there's all of my settings are reading that it's showing up, but apparently it's not displaying it through the actual stream, and my PC, it's saying to restart to try to fix audio issues, but we're live, and um, I'm just gonna have to wing that all for the next time. So
Totally disconnected, cut back in.
yeah,
How
yeah.
much time do we have? I don't know how much time we have.
About 20 minutes. So
Hey, pop out, and I'll try to rejoin and see if that even helps.
okay, we'll try that. If not, we're just gonna have to wing it.
Yeah, man. It's fine. It's fine. All right, I'll see you in a bit.
Well, sorry for all the technical difficulties, everyone. I'm gonna see if him joining back up kind of fixes things, or if I'm just gonna have to, you know, kind of wing it from my end and just do the whole stream solo. Kind of have Billy on another time. I don't know if it's my PC's end or if it's on Billy's end, because it was reading that he was speaking, but it wasn't, you know, doing all that for you guys. So we can kind of take a look at that ADA chart as well. Let's see if he hops back in. I will tell him. Oh, he says his. Oh, let me shoot him a message real quick so he knows to message me when he hops back in. All right, there we go. There we go. And we will get that ADA chart pulled up. Since we were talking about ADA, ADA has been getting some nice movements towards the upside. Like the rest of the crypto market. Let's, well, I guess we need to pull up my actual. There we go. And let's get over towards the crypto list and pull ADA up. Kind of threw me off for the morning. Thank you everyone for sticking around. Let's zoom this on and take a look at that 1 hour chart here. See what the day might be bringing our way. And as you know, we talked about wanting to see ADA get back up above that golden pocket. It has done so quite nicely here. Gotten that strong move back on up, and sitting back at that 60. Oh, this is not my right chart there. Oh, because I'm sitting on Forex. Let's hop over to the alts there. There we go. Got the alts, and we'll pull ADA back up. There we go. I have all these different charting groups, so there we go. We got ADA sitting right below the golden pocket there. I was like, that doesn't seem right, because 70 cents was that golden pocket for ADA that we were looking at. We're trying to get back above that for ADA. We are making some higher highs here on the macro. Let's zoom this on out, get to that 1 hour, and as you can see, we've started making some higher highs. Got those nice, very equal lows, which would be a nice area to come back down to and see a strong liquidity sweep before we get that stronger move back up. You can see right here, there's a nice little order block here that we'd kind of be watching for, as we have lost the golden pocket. You do have your MACD and your prime oscillator looking a little bit weaker than Bitcoin's was, as you're getting that stronger momentum towards the downside here, and your prime oscillator also looking a little bit stronger towards the downside than Bitcoin was on that hourly. Zooming on in, take a look at that 15-minute there, and it does look like you might see a little bit of some pump this morning if you can get that strong money flow coming back in. You do have your volume, which has slowed up quite a bit here, so looking to kind of see if we can get that continuation of money flow back down here at about 60, that's 63 no, that's 68 cent point, which is where you see the highs from here before you saw that little bit of some sideways movement before we got that stronger pop towards the upside. That'd be that first little area on a short-term time frame I would kind of watch for, as you have started making some lower highs. And well, accidentally hit the wrong button on TRX. There we go. We have lower highs and lower lows here on the 15-minute, looking for that nice consolidation point that we can see some continuation back towards the upside on. You know, if we ever met in real life, I got your back, says Lasers Go Pew Pew. Who was that to? Cause we're Bitcoin besties, says Jesse. Like the stream, smash the like. I appreciate all of that. Let's see. Yeah, I beat you here today. I feel accomplished, says Lasers Go Pew Pew. He did beat you, Jesse. You must have been getting some sleep. You know, Jesse always needs that sleep. He stays up for all of the streams. I don't know how the man does it, but stays up for all of the streams. Has all of that degen plays done. Stays active in all of the discords. That man is everywhere. So we got any alt requests that anyone wants to throw in the chat, because we can take a look at those. It looks like I'm just gonna be doing the rest of the show by myself here. So hopefully we can get that Billy pulled back up here oh, there he is, right as I said something. Hello there, Billy.
Is it any better now?
We'll have to wait just a second and see if the people give a little bit of a response there. He needs at least 7.5 hours of sleep, says Lasers Go Pew Pew. Hey, I can understand that one. I only get about 6 on average, so I'm definitely under par on that. Let's see. Can the people hear Billy?
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
It's reading quite nicely on my end, so we will kind of have to see if they say they can hear you. Still the same.
So I shut everything down.
No, so I guess it must be on my end, and now we got like 10 minutes left. So
That's all right, man. We'll reschedule. I don't want to eat up the rest of your show here trying to figure out our audio issue.
it is all good. We will definitely have to get that all rescheduled. This is the second time that we've tried to do this building on ADA talk, and something has gone wrong. So, you know, next time we will get that all done, and hopefully we can I can get all these issues worked out. So
No problem, brother.
I'll leave you on the screen so that people can at least see your beautiful face. Unless you want to hop out and just.
Yeah, let me hop out because I'll use this little pocket to get packed up. I gotta get on the road.
All right then. You have a good day, Billy. I will
You too, brother.
get this all scheduled out with you for the next one.
You got it, man. No problem.
All right. Bye.
Um,
Sorry about that, everyone. If we got, yep, I see one alt request there. We got AMP. Let's take a look at AMP. I don't think I've ever actually taken a look at AMP, so we can definitely do that one. AMP on Coinbase. And as you can see, it is a naked chart, so we're going to have some fun here. Let's zoom this on out all the way to the weekly and see what we're looking at for some macro. Is quite battered down, as you can see, just a giant move towards the downside here. We'll we do have some nice resistance towards the top side, back up at, let's see what that level is, about 1.0125 there. So nice little area for some top side on AMP. Let's see what that bottom side level really is for us. We do have very strong bottoming at 00147. Let's get our next little strong area that we're watching for. Kind of approaching right now. This is where we see all the lows. 00135. So kind of a little bit of a range for AMP. Let's get a Fibonacci pulled up here so we can kind of see where we're sitting at. Looking like you're seeing some rejections off of the platinum pocket here on a higher term time frame. So let's zoom this on in. The weekly looking like you could potentially see that stronger move back towards the upside if you can continue to see money flow coming on in. You have very, very, very strong support, which we're sitting very close to. So let's zoom this on in, take a look at that one day, see what we're looking at there. Zoom this on in quite a bit so you can get that better view on AMP. And you've got your MACD with some nice curvature back towards the upside here. Your prime oscillator also getting that same kind of curvature towards the upside. We'll kind of have to see if today's data drop will give us some nice upside movements. We do have what was that, core core inflation coming out tomorrow. So some light data that was coming out this evening with that or with the crude oil information. We'll kind of have to see if we can see some preparation for tomorrow's data with some nice strong cool off to potentially see that stronger move towards the upside. Hey Jesse, want to play tag in blockchain? Not ready for the public yet. I have to ask creators. Is that a crypto game? Because if so, I might need to check that out. I'm a big gamer as well. So that sounds quite interesting. We've got conspiracy crypto in here. Good morning. Good morning. Hope you're having a great day so far. You joined at the right time. You missed all of the technical difficulties. Let's take a look at this hourly on AMP. See what we're looking at for the day here. I gotta say, I don't like all of the big wicks on AMP. You can kind of see it wicks straight up towards the highs over here. A very, very big liquidity test. Kind of sweeping all of that for anyone that was shorting. Kind of does the same thing all over again. Sweeps all of that liquidity extremely quickly here. And then drops back down a little bit heavily. You are making that higher high here, but kind of waiting to see if you can continue with a higher low. This is a very, very indecisive point for AMP. As we're sitting below that platinum pocket, you're seeing the MACD get that light curvature here, but your prime oscillator's looking like it's pointing back down, as you do see very red money flow here on the hourly, and your volume starting to falter just a bit. So we'll kind of have to see if we can get above the highs of this range, at least make a higher low. Let's get a short-term time line drawn out for you. Coming in, nice price point to kind of watch for. Going to be that 0042. There's the nice strong bounce off of that. You created a fair value gap in this range. You got all of those rejections towards the downside here, rejected towards the downside off of it, rejected towards the downside off of it again, and then saw that nice wick on this red candle coming almost directly up to it. So looking like you've got some strong resistance towards the upside here. 00422. That'd kind of be that area I would watch for a off of this continuation towards the upside as a resistance area. You do have very strong support down below us as well. Kind of looking for right before all of that wicking action happens. Let's get a short time frame drawn up there as well for some bouncing towards the upside. This is kind of your sideways range here on AMP. Bottom side being 00833. Sorry on that. That's going to be the bottom side I would kind of watch for. Let's see what the 15-minute and the morning might be bringing our way. Yep, looking like you might see a little bit more continuation towards the downside here, unless you can see some crazy money flow coming in. As you can see, we've dropped back into some red money flow. Volume still continuing to decrease on the 15-minute, just like it was on the 1 hour and the 4 hour. So things looking a little bit rough there. Staying below our zero line on the MACD and getting some curvature. Might look all the way back down to that strong support at 00833 before we try to see that nice strong move back up towards the top side of this sideways range we're looking at. Any other alt requests? Let's see. So being DeFi, we are looking for some pumpage. Let's see. Potentially, if you can see that switch of money flow. Higher term time frames like that one day and 1 week looked quite nice for some upside moves, but shorter term time frame does look like it could cool off just a little bit more. You do have this sideways range here. Nice little order block in this area as well. Any other alt request we got? If not, I'm gonna take a Jesse wants some KTA again. Let's get it pulled up. And I believe that's what we had charted on. Yep, this is the one we had charted on. Here on the daily, looking like you're sitting in between the golden pocket and the platinum pocket there. Let's zoom it on in so we can get a little more data on this short-term time frame, because this does look like a fairly new project here. So you did get that nice strong bounce off of the 382 on our fib extension. Looking like you are seeing this platinum pocket be a little resistance here on the 1 hour. You do have your MACD and prime oscillator getting a little bit of some curvature here. Your volume is extremely low on the 1 hour as well. You do have some divergences that are going to start stacking up. If you can see this whipsaw action all over again. So waiting for that move back down with some quickness on a shorter term time frame so you can get some bullish divergences to stack up. That's what I'd kind of watch for on the hourly. A comeback down towards at least your golden pocket. You do see that kind of looking like the next area to watch for as some support. If not, that 50% coming in at $1.14 would be a strong area to watch for as well. You do see a lot of play off of this golden pocket here though, so 121 would be that first kind of level to watch for. But anyways, back to TA, says lasers go pew pew. Jesse saying, I got a daily increase of 74% at the moment. Yeah, nice strong moves towards the upside on this. Very wicky, though, on the 1 hour. So looking like you're starting to see a little bit of some exhaustion step in. You also saw a lot of exhaustion at that selling point around the 50% Fibonacci on the extensions, which is kind of why I'd watch for a little bit of a higher bouncing point. Let's take a look at the 15-minute, see what that's bringing our way here. Looking like the potential for some cool off. Money flow and volume picking up. Money flow still a little bit low here. Another retest of your golden pocket area would be something to kind of watch for. You do have a little bit of an area right below that where you could potentially see some bouncing, where you got all of this play off of our moving averages. Let's see what that price point's gonna be. 118 would be that area below the golden pocket to kind of watch for some bouncing action on. If we are going to cool off on the 15-minute, see that continuation to the downside off of that platinum pocket rejection from that hourly chart. Looking like you might need to see a little bit of cool off across the market, though. You have been seeing Bitcoin kind of continue that cool off there. Let me see. We do have that morning motivational video like always, and it is 5:30. I appreciate everyone for sticking around through all of the technical difficulties. Let me make sure that that is going on this morning. I don't have the redirect set. Let's see. Morning motivational video. Yep. Looks like it is going on right. No. Is it? I don't see one scheduled. So, it is still 5:30 though. I gotta get ready for work, and I will see y'all at the next one. I appreciate everyone for sticking around through all the technical difficulties. We'll get Billy back on and all the technical difficulties sorted so that we can actually talk to you all about building on Cardano and what that whole Billy Goat Tales message is on Cardano. He's got some great projects that he's done on there, like that Billy Goat Tales book. We've got some NFT projects as well. I haven't seen one scheduled either. Yep. Thanks, Jesse, for confirming that for me. I did just a quick look at it. So hopefully we can get Billy back on here, actually talk to you guys about building on Cardano, and get that Billy Goat Tales message to y'all. So I appreciate every single one sticking around. We do have several other shows on the Piper Academy, so make sure to tune into those. We got that morning market report at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. We've got Trading with OC at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and Markets After Dark with Lunar Beaches Crypto. I will see y'all in the chats the rest of the day, and I will see y'all at the next one.